ladies? Welcome to Mocha's Ladies Lounge. How y'all doing out there? Hope everybody's blessed. Hope y'all doing good. I appreciate all of the awesome feedback from my last upload that I did. Um, the price you pay when you take another woman's man. When I broke down the elements of Britney Spears, basically how she got back all of her karma through 𝓜𝓸𝓬𝓱𝓪'𝓼 because 𝓜𝓸𝓬𝓱𝓪'𝓼 was in a committed relationship, and she took it upon herself to uproot this man from another woman, which was Shar Jackson, and basically how her whole world collided with 𝓜𝓸𝓬𝓱𝓪'𝓼 taking custody of the kids, taking her to court numerous of times so he can get an increase on child support. And of course, you ladies, y'all represented, y'all gave a lot of good feedback. So again, I appreciate it, y'all. I appreciate everybody's, participating and getting us some input. You know why? Because I'm learning from y'all like y'all are learning from me. And I feel like all ladies, we all can learn something from one another. So again, I appreciate it. And ladies, please make sure you share the video, share it with your girlfriends, share it with somebody, a female in the family who's probably interested in some of the things I talk about. So I wanted to go ahead and move into this topic right away because I know y'all been noticing, like I've been noticing now. Don't get me wrong, I fell off the reality show bandwagon because it's just so overrated. It's so overly scripted. Love and hip hop, Kardashians, Bad Girls Club, all of these, Flavor Flav, all of these shows, where women get a lot of, Atlanta housewives, Orange County housewives, the black women and the white women. I don't care what seasons of Housewives they in on Bravo. All of them are messy in their own goddamn way. But any of us who were reality show lovers, we have watched these women blossom and changed over time. We know with these reality shows, a lot of them have, um, you know, basically we've seen their lives unfold and unravel, and I think it's the curse of reality television when you put it out there. I mean, even Nick Lachey, who was in the group 98 Degrees, and he was dating Jessica Simpson. And remember, they used to have their reality show on MTV, how popular it was. And you notice the second time when Nick Lachey got married, he didn't do a reality show because he said he felt like the reality show just really made things worse in a marriage. But he did say it wasn't that the reality show was the cause, but what the reality show did was enhance all of the things that were already going wrong in the marriage. It just enhanced it, it highlighted it, and made it worse. So as you notice, Nick Lachey, you've never heard too much about him and his wife the second time he married. I think is it Milano he's married to? I can't remember. But Nick Lachey and many others have regretted putting their relationships, putting their marriages out there in reality television because some things should just be sacred, especially with marriage. Marriage in itself is supposed to be a sacred blessing that only that man and that woman should share. Just certain people do not need to be in your household. They don't need to see how y'all yell at each other. They don't need to see y'all bad habits with each other, little simple things we take for granted. They don't need to know that your husband likes to open the fridge and drink out the container, like, and guests come over there like, oh no, I don't want to drink none of y'all orange juice because I see on y'all reality show you let your husband just drink out the container. Little innocent things. We don't think it's a big deal. We don't think nothing is wrong with it. Some things just need to be sacred. People don't need to know what makes your husband mad, what makes your wife mad. And as we know, a lot of these reality shows, their marriages crash and burn. A lot of these celebrity reality stars, not even just celebrities, just in general, people have publicized their relationship and their marriages. It did not last. It did not succeed. Some of them overcame the storms, like the Osbournes. They were still married, and they was really the first ones who really had like a really, really reality show. But their marriage still sustained. And I guess because they knew at some point they needed to come off. They didn't make it a longevity thing. Like the Kardashians, none of them are with the same men, or if they with the same men, they're miserable as hell because the cameras have followed them from toe to toe, and their husbands, their boyfriends, baby daddies from toe to toe. Nevertheless, this is irrelevant. This is just to give y'all a foundation as to how these reality shows make women change, how it changes lives. And honestly, all our lives are changing. Only difference is we're not on camera where people can see that you put on a little weight, or that your husband is more grayer than he was. You know, when you nobody, you have more peace of mind. You have more peace of mind. um you don't have, you're not constantly under radar. People are not always scrutinizing you. So if you put on a little stomach, or if your husband done lost some of his muscles or whatever, nobody's not pointing it out, calling it out, and letting you know how much you've changed. But there's a lot of pressure that goes along with being a celebrity woman, and I'm talking more so women in this particular instance, in the spotlight. So I wanted to talk to you ladies tonight about celebrity women and their metamorphic surgeries. Um, and this is something that women in general, especially those that are in the limelight, especially those that have some level of stardom, whether if it's A plus or D minus celebrities. Like D minus, I would say, is like females who popped up on a reality show once or twice and you don't even see them no more, to the point you don't even remember their ass if they were standing in Starbucks somewhere. And then you have your A plus like Nicki Minaj, Nene Leakes, that's well known, Phaedra Parks. And it's not just black women. I've even remember I remember that reality show um with the couple Heidi. I remember her name was Heidi. Yes, I quite remember the name Heidi Montag from The Hills, and her husband, who she's still currently with to this day, surprisingly, Spencer Pratt. So anybody who used to watch the show The Hills, which was a show on off of MTV, which I had really liked during that era. Reality television wasn't as scripted as it is today. It was a little bit more authentic. And I remember I was a fan of the show when it first came out, and like 2006 was when The Hills came out. And we saw over time that even when she stopped filming, her and her cast members and all who was on the show, Heidi Montag went under the knife, honey, to the point to where nobody recognized who the hell she was, you know. And I remember when her and her husband tried to do a comeback and came up with another, I think it was like another version of The Hills, when they were struggling and moving back in with their parents. They were staying, one of them, I can't remember which parents it was, but you can see how their lives had downgraded to where they was actually staying with their family. And they tried to spike it up by having a reality show, but it just wasn't the same fire. It just wasn't there. You know, when people used to seeing y'all be young teenagers partying up, now here it is, y'all adults are staying with y'all parents. It just was dry. Nobody was feeling it, you know. And that's just how it is. Sometimes spin-offs don't always pay off, you feel me? So anyway, y'all, we seen how she went through that metamorphic surgery, and to the point where she looked like a blow-up doll. Her lips, you know, you can Google some of the images and you can see how she was already a beautiful woman, and just for whatever reason, she just felt the need to go up under the knife. And I find it ironic that a lot of these young women, a lot of women go up under the knife at such a young age. Some of them don't even hit their 30s yet, barely their middle 20s, already want to go up under the knife. We've seen Farrah from Teen Mom do it. It's several of them out there, honey, that are going up under the knife. But anyhow, you have these celebrity stars like Nene Leakes, and some of y'all probably not even gonna know half of these goddamn people because, you know, a lot of them done aged. Some of them not even on these reality shows anymore. So you guys got to start, just, you know, do your own research, look these people up, and you'll see exactly what I'm talking about. And you'll be like, wow, they have changed. But honey, let me tell you something. Something about stardom, something about when you start making money, for whatever reason, you see everything wrong. When you know you don't have the money, you learn to accept your big nose. You learn to accept, you know, your receding hairline. You learn to accept your imperfections because you just don't have the money. to get all of those things altered and changed, because surgery is very, very, very expensive. It's very expensive. But what tends to happen with celebrity women, whether they were rap stars, we've seen Little Kim, we've seen her go through metamorphosis changes every bit, like maybe over 100 times. Okay. You have, these rap stars like Lil Kim, Nicki Minaj. You've had down from, rappers to, C plus reality stars like Carly Red from Love and Hip Hop, who you see in a thumbnail, Phaedra Parks from Housewives of Atlanta, Nene Leakes from Housewives of Atlanta, Pepper from the group Salt and Pepper. Let's not twist it. It's also been some Caucasian women, white women who have gone up under the knife as well on these reality shows. The Orange County Housewives, we've seen a lot of them go through metamorphosis changes as well. So this is not just a problem for just Black women. This is an issue for women in general who are in the spotlight and who are now making some extra coins. So now everything that they've ever had issues with, money now tells you got to go fix those things. When you was broke and was struggling, honey, you learn to work with that big nose, you learn to work with that them small lips, you learn to work with all of that. But anyway, as you get in stardom, honey, as you start making that money, honey, money will tell you, honey, you need to get that nose fixed. Your nose too big. Money will tell you, oh no, honey, you got to get them cheekbones. You got to thin them out. Money will tell you, you got to get liposuction. Money will tell you all of these things that's wrong with you. And you have women that are going under the knife. They are getting surgery like women are getting their nails done. They getting it with no thought, with no care in the world. And some of them are going so far as to they can't afford to get the top of the line surgeon, so they are traveling in Brazil and Mexico and all these foreign countries, paying expensive flights to go get these $30, foreign surgeries, only to come back with their ass leaking, with their lips leaking, or they left ass cheek is turning purple while the right ass cheek is turning blue. And again, this is not just a Black woman problem. It's not a white woman problem, Latino. This is women with low self-esteem who feel the pressure of being in the spotlight, in which they have to keep altering and changing themselves. So basically, we see all of these women that are going through these motions with their looks. They're dealing with insecurities, because you have to realize, whenever you're in the spotlight, it's a lot of competition. And the older you get, you start to notice that there's more and more younger women that are entering into stardom, into the industry. And what it does as you get older, if you're not careful and if you're not secure as a woman, what it will do is it will start to make you feel less worthy. Because let's face it, a lot of these men in the industry, hell, even average men, sometimes as women get older, they want to trade him in for something younger. Especially when he was with that woman, he first got with her when she was young, like the Betty Broderick story, honey. If y'all had never watched the Lifetime movie Betty Broderick, let me tell y'all something. Matter of fact, I think I'm gonna do content on that. I'm gonna do content on that, honey. We're gonna talk about Betty Broderick, how she was there with that man all those years, married to her man all those years, kept the kids while he went to law school, and while he went to law school, and what else? I think he was a dentist or a doctor. She held him down, had his babies, honey. When he got on his feet, he showed his ass. Oh my gosh. He didn't want her no more. Betty Broderick got too old for him, and he started having an affair with the secretary. We're going to talk about that another time, y'all. But baby, she did everything she could to try to keep him, honey. He still left her and got with another younger woman, and she killed the both of them. But we're going to save that for another time. I don't want to go off the subject, but I think that would be a phenomenal topic. We're going to talk about that. I'm glad I brought that up, because I'm going to do a topic on that. For those of you who don't know what the hell I'm talking about, watch the movie, so when I do cover the topic, you'll already be familiar with the whole story as a whole. Anyway, back to the subject at hand. what I notice is a lot of these reality show women, like I said, it's a lot of reality shows. I mean, you got the Housewives of Potomac, Housewives of Orange County, Housewives of New York with Bethany, and all of these other women, you know, who have all of them have 𝓜𝓸𝓬𝓱𝓪'𝓼. All of them have experienced divorces. You know, all of their secrets and their marital issues being, you know, exposed in the spotlight. Some of them was exposed for things even more, um, you know, extreme than divorce. Some of them, like 𝓜𝓸𝓬𝓱𝓪'𝓼, you know, her husband, you know, they were like, you know, embezzling money and all kind of stuff. So, you know, I don't know why people get on these shows knowing they do stink and they getting all kind of PPP loans, but it's whatever. Money makes you greedy. Money makes you sign up for things when you know you don't need to sign up for it, because you already doing stuff that's dirty and you just bringing more attention to your dirt when you sign up for these shows. But people do it anyway. But anyway, I'm more familiar with the Housewives of Atlanta, but I've noticed the Housewives of Atlanta. Most of the shows I've watched were um, black women, like Flavor of Love, like I say, Housewives of Atlanta, Love and Hip Hop. And trust, I don't watch any of that stuff anymore. I don't even watch Housewives of Atlanta. I heard Marlo's gonna lose her peach. I don't even watch that stuff to keep up. I just hear about it through the grapevine. But what I do know is all of these women, none of them look nothing like they did when they first started off in the first 1 or 2 seasons when they were popular. If you ladies look back and you binge watch one day, look at Housewives of Orange County, Housewives of New York, Housewives of Dallas, Texas, and all of these other seasons. None of those women look like themselves. Now, it's different when age takes its course. But we're talking about these women who have intentionally got metamorphic surgery done to their bodies. So, starting with your girl, Carly Red, she's the first one in the thumbnail for those of you who don't even know her. She was definitely one of the main cast members on the show Love and Hip Hop. She's been one of the regulars that still sustained her role, and it's only because she's always been very messy. And you know, they love to keep the messy women, the ones that change men like they change underwears, the women who love to talk and gossip. She's known as the queen of messiness. So you know, when it comes to the messy queens, those are the ones they keep around for a long time. I do like Carly Red. I think she's beautiful. I think she's stunning. However, Carly Red is up in her age. I think Carly Red, I'm gonna look up her age, but I think they said she's in like her 50s, early 50s or something like that. And she's 48. So she's close to 50. So to me, she's always been very stunning. She's always been very beautiful to me, but she looks damn good to be her age. But honey, evidently her mind was telling her something different. And that's the thing about being an insecure woman. I don't care how beautiful you are, how you know how beautiful people tell you you are. If you don't have that self-assurance, you're still going to go take yourself through all of these changes by getting all type of surgery and body work done, because it's the stigma, especially when you are in the spotlight and people are noticing things that's changing on you. And sometimes people can be evil and hit below the belt. And one thing about us as women, I don't care if you're black, white, young, or old, women, we don't like to be attacked, especially when it comes to our looks. None of us like being attacked. None of us want to be told you're fat, you're putting on weight, your edges are gone, your hair is receding, you're getting wrinkles, your skin is pale. Women, our looks, it doesn't matter what the social status we on. Doesn't matter if we're living in a project or living in a mansion. No woman wants to be told that she's unattractive or she has a flaw or fault. And we know we got faults and flaws, but we don't like it brought to our attention. And unfortunately, when you are in the spotlight, people are very cruel. Your fans, for every fan you got, double your foes, okay? If you got 20 fans, 9 times out of 20, you got 40 foes, okay? That's just comes with the territory of being a celebrity. And you got people that are cruel, and thanks to social media, oh, it's worse now, because people will tell you ugly right under your own picture. People will tell you fat. People will tell you old. And especially women as we get older, when we hit our 40s and up, we are already feeling the pressure of age. You're finding out medically, you're having high blood pressure, you got diabetes, you got, all of these menopause, you can't have children anymore. It's already difficult being a woman, embracing different stages of aging. It's already very difficult because you got a lot of females out here that are insensitive, and you sure got these men that are very insensitive. You have men who will insult you and will say you too chunky, you're a little too heavy for him, you're a little too dark for him. You have some men that do get a joy out of attacking a woman's looks because they know how we feel about our looks. So women, we can't stand being scrutinized and brutalized for how we look. But imagine being a star and people are constantly watching you change. And I think with Carly Red, not to get mixed up with Cardi B, because some of y'all don't know Carly Red because she's not on the same level as Cardi B. I don't want y'all confusing them. Even Carly Red, I'll even use her. I mean, even Cardi B, I'll use her as an example. She says she regrets getting a butt job, and at least she admitted it. She ain't tried to stunt in front like a lot of these other females out here. But anyway, Carly Red face recent picture went viral, and I didn't even know the girl changed the face like that. And when I say she looks like a lion, she looks just like a lion. Um, she looks terrible. Her lips look overly enlarged, and as black women, we already got large lips, so I don't understand what she was aiming for. Looked like they had a Botox overdose. Her face looks like a mannequin. She just looks terrible. Um, Not only Carly Red, we got Phaedra Parks. Some of y'all may not know who she is. If you get bored, Google her image, look at her early pictures and look at her picture today. She's done the same thing, even though she's trying to act like she didn't. You can tell her nose has been done, her face has been done, and she has even bleached her skin. You can tell it's a little bleaching. If she's not bleaching, she's highlighting. She's doing something to her skin tone because Phaedra Parks was not that light. And you got people who try to defend her and be like, oh, it's just the lighting. Y'all miss me with that. Some fans are the worst because fans could see their favorite celebrity, murk somebody, and they would sit up there and be like, oh, all she did was just stab a little bit. I can't stand fans. They are the worst. They always caping for somebody. Just admit that your girl done bleached her face and got a botched job. NeNe Leakes, we know she don't look nothing like what she was when she first got on the show. Her nose done got so narrow like Michael Jackson. Her skin has lightened up. And I get it. A lot of these women, a lot of them have changed their looks too because other women have badgered them. I remember when NeNe Leakes, during her older days or earlier seasons, before all the surgery and the nose job and everything else, I remember when she got into an argument with Sheree, and what did Sheree do? Attack her looks. That's what women do. We attack each other's looks because women, we all have insecurities, whether we want to admit it or not. So we love to attack each other's looks. And I remember when her and Sheree got in an argument on one episode, and she told Sheree about her teeth. Notice she got them teeth done, honey. Women, we know how to bring each other down. Women, we know how to destroy each other. So a lot of the times we fix the very thing that people attack the most. Those who have the money, that's what they will do. The flaws that people have pointed out the most to them is usually the main thing they go and get fixed. Probably been told all their life you got a big nose, so they got their nose fixed. Probably been told all their life you too dark, so they go and get bleached. Probably been told your lips too small, so they go get lip enhancements. Also, too, I remember with Phaedra Parks, her husband, convict husband Apollo, which he's out of jail now. Supposedly they're on better terms. But I noticed when her and Apollo had divorced, Apollo did get with a whole nother woman who's light skinned, got natural type hair, whatever. I don't know if he's with that same fiance, but I find it very ironic that Phaedra went and got her skin bleached and wearing the blonde hair. And it's like, Phaedra, you went through looking like a Southern belle, through Southern hell. You know what I mean? You got the blonde going, honey. Your wig looking like it's from Party City. Like Nene Leakes used to say about Kim's wig from Party City. No, Phaedra wig is from Party City. Phaedra has never she never tried her looks. She always been very classy, but it seemed like she went from classy to trying to look like a city girl. The way she looks now, this doesn't scream out attorney or lawyer, even though she's been claiming she's an attorney and a lawyer for years. I haven't heard her win any cases, but if y'all have, correct me if I'm wrong. She went from city girls. A lot of women take themselves physically through surgery, spending all of this money, changing their looks for various reasons. And some women do it because in some cases the men they were with did not make them feel worthy, or the men that they're no longer with, they see the kind of women they are with now, and it's like, okay, I realize that's probably why he lost his attraction to me. He wants something brighter and lighter, or he wants something skinnier, he wants something younger. And you have a lot of women, usually when they make these type of changes, something tragic has happened. There's been some type of trauma. That trauma could have been divorce. That trauma could have been a man cheating on them. That trauma could have been a man leaving them for someone younger. There are things that happen in your life that can really bring you down to the point to where you will go so far as to making all type of changes. Now, I remember Usher's ex-wife, Tamika Raymond. um, she went through a stage in which she felt very insecure about herself because Usher Raymond had a lot of female fans, of course, and she was younger than the majority of his female fans. So, nevertheless, Usher chose her out of all the young women he could have had, out of all the light skinned women he could have had. He chose Tamika Raymond. So, she had a prize, but I won't say he innocent because he cheated. He did all kind of low down stuff too. But when you marry a man younger than you, you got to pretty much expect those type of things, especially when he's in a celebrity status. But nevertheless, she could not handle the competition. I mean, all of Usher's fans, women were dragging her through the mud because they just didn't visualize that their dream, that their celebrity dream crush or guilty pleasure, whatever you want to call them. A lot of Usher's fans at the time were around his age range, and when they saw Usher married Tamika Raymond, this woman that's older than him, and she did not have that Jennifer Lopez, Janet Jackson, I don't know, but she wasn't the type of woman that most of his fans had in mind. And honey, when I say they dragged her facial looks through the mud, they said she's like a tranny. They said she was too dark for him. They said she was too old for him. And I remember she went, and she said this later on, but at the time when they were married, their marriage looked perfect. She was having his first babies. She was accomplishing something that women could only dream of. She was having Usher's sons, and he was just gloating all over her. And I remember how in love he was with her. He was all over her. And when they was doing a magazine photo shoot, he was just embracing the fact that she was carrying his children, his child, his first child, and he was just in total awe with her. And she was so jaded by the criticism that she really didn't see that most women was just hating on her and dragging her because they did not have the luxury of being Usher's wife. And her insecurities, um, it took a toll on their marriage to the point he ended up having to divorce her. But what really broke the straw in Campbell's back was when she went to, I think, Brazil or Venezuela. I don't know where the hell she went, but she almost died on him trying to get surgery. They already was having problems, but when she almost died on him, I remember the marriage ending shortly thereafter. I don't know if it ended a month or two. I can't confirm the date, but it was very close. And I think that's when Usher realized this woman got way more problems than I can deal with. It's bad enough she insecure. I mean, he broke it down in the song Papers, how he was miserable. She was jealous, arguing, coming in every night because she her insecurities and the way the media and fans and groupies was attacking her, she was taking it out on him and he couldn't fix it. No matter how much he told her, I love you, I think you're beautiful, I think you're gorgeous, I think it took a toll on her. Every woman is not built to be with a celebrity man, but you got to be very strong and have a lot of confidence because these women are vultures out here, honey. These groupies, they would just shit on you just because, you know what I mean? So she didn't, she lost her marriage from that. She lost her marriage from that. He's been married twice. Now he's with a whole nother woman. They don't have babies together and everything. So um she pretty much her insecurities caused her to lose her marriage. um it's very difficult being in a spotlight, whether if you are the being the woman, you're the woman on the shoulders of a famous man, or you a reality star, or you a celebrity. People notice all your faults and flaws, and that's because you're in the public eye, and that's to be expected. But it just amazes me that a lot of these women are going out here and getting surgery, and I'll tell you another reason a lot of women are so addicted to surgeries. You have to keep in mind where they actually live. Now, coincidentally, Carly Red, Phaedra Parks, and Nene Leakes, all of them live in Atlanta. When it comes to these big cities, ladies, like Las Vegas, Atlanta, New York, the competition is even more steep because not only you got to deal with these men that are attracted to young women, some are attracted to uh, um, 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 transformers, and I'm gonna say that as respectful as I can. Some of these men got some sick ass fetishes out here, and they try to act all manly and masculine, but they like other, you know, um, 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 you know, transformers, and I'm gonna just say it like that. But it's a lot of competition. Like I said, three of these ladies that I know in my thumbnail, they live in Atlanta. Atlanta is one of them cities. It's like a miniature New York. Younger women are coming up, and younger women now are way more voluptuous than we were in our teens. A lot of us coming up in the early 90s, I think they call us Gen X, Generation X babies. Those of us who were born in the late 70s, early 80s. I was born in 79, so I didn't have no titties when I was 13, 12 years old. I didn't start really getting titties till I got about 15. These young women now, they getting titties and ass at 12 years old, sometimes 9. I remember my daughter, she was only like 6 and already had thighs on her to be 6. I'm like, damn, is it something in the water, something in the food? I don't know. So in this generation, um, these young women are coming up and already have things that we couldn't get till we got in our middle 20s or early 30s. So the competition even is harder for older single women because you got these 23-year-olds, these 17-year-olds that are built, got bodies like an Amazon, and these older men are lusting over these young women. And the sad part is some of them don't even care if they underage. They just looking at the titties and they just looking at the booty, and that's all they care about. They don't ask these girls for no ID or nothing. So you got a daughter, you got to let them know about these older pervs out here because these older men are ruthless as hell. They don't care. They will smash them. Y'all, that little noise y'all heard, listen, I got to put some oil in my chair. This is one of those chairs that like a office desk chair that rotates, and I need to put some oil because it squeaks like crazy. I could barely even move to the left or the right while I'm sitting behind my desk. I got to get my husband to do something about that. It's just annoying as hell. It squeaks. So Anyway, it's a lot of competition in them cities, so it's a lot of threats. It's a lot of threats, and as you hit your 40s and up as a woman, dealing with these 20s and 30s that are coming up, because this is what older men things are going the opposite way. You have a lot of these older guys that want to deal with younger women, and it seems like you have older women who will intentionally get all the surgery, make themselves look younger so they can get younger men to notice them, or to make themselves appealing to the older men who are really more into young women. And one thing about older men, even if you look like you 20, you 30 or 40, and some, nah, I mean, to older men, even if you're 40 and you like you 20, once they know your real age, they don't want to deal with you because they know your mindset is different from younger women, and they can't manipulate you as much, and they know your demands are going to be a lot more higher than younger women. So once they learn your real age, they ain't gonna deal with you anyway. So a lot of these women are finding out the hard way that no matter how much they change their looks, it's not helping them get in the dating market any quicker. Now you have the last woman on my thumbnail. That's Pepper from Salt and Pepper. You probably didn't even know that because she looks nothing like the Salt and Pepper from Push It. She don't look nothing like that Pepper that we know. She don't look nothing like her. And she has admitted that she has gotten numerous of metamorphic surgeries done. And her last surgery was when they messed up on her booty. They messed up her booty. And I remember she did an interview about it. Y'all don't believe it? Go to YouTube, look it up, and put in Salt and Pepper, or put in Pepper from Salt and Pepper booty job. And honey, they did a bad job on her butt. I don't know if she got it fixed or repaired or updated. I don't know if she got the booty redid. I don't know if she got a booty update. I don't know. But they messed up her butt, honey, and she was horrific. Like any woman would be. And that's the scary part about getting up under the knife, y'all. Sometimes, let me ask y'all something. You ever went and got your hair done, and in your mind you showed them, you maybe you showed them a picture, or you showed them a magazine cover of exactly how you want your hair to look, and even when the hair done was done, you realize it didn't really look like exactly what you told them. That's the same thing with surgery, because you got to realize people are human beings, and some things just aren't meant for us. Even if you request to get your lips thicker, just because it look good on the model in the on the magazine cover, or the girl on the Instagram photo, it does not mean it's going to look like that on you, because they filter these pictures, they do a lot, and you end up disappointed because the look that you're going for, you realize after they did the surgery, it's not working for you. That's the thing about surgery. Um, it's not like buying a dress. You could buy a dress from the mall and realize you tried on at home because you was too lazy to try the fitting room. Like me, I hate trying fitting rooms. Sometimes I just drive all the way home and try it, and then burn more gas to go back and take it back. My husband gets on me about that all the time. Why you didn't just try it on when you was there? Look, dude, that takes out the fun in shopping if I got to go in the fitting room all the damn time. Anyway, you could take that dress back. You realize your stomach, that dress makes your stomach look big. You realize that dress makes your butt, your ass look flat. You could take it back. Surgery, you can't take it back. These surgeons, they're even the most professional surgeon. There's just no hope for some of us in certain areas. They can make your butt big, and you still won't be no more attractive than what you were. They can make your lips big. They can change all kind of stuff. And I know women who have done surgery only to end up disappointed, because in their mind, what you perceive in your mind, that the surgeon really can't, he can come close as he can, but he can't visually go in your brain and do it exactly the way you want him to. I've known women that got surgery and cried after they got it. And not because they did a bad job. They went to professionals. They didn't go to garages to get WD-40 injected in their asses, and cement from Home Depot. They went to professional surgeons, but they was disappointed because no matter how close that surgeon came, it was not exactly what they wanted. And that is the chance that you take. And then sometimes when you get surgery done, you got to keep getting it done and keep getting it done. No, my nose is still not exactly. You got to go back and go up under the knife. No, my nose on my left side, it looks lighter, bigger than the one on my right side. You got to keep going back, trying to get it perfect, 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 until it gets to a point. Like they told Michael Jackson, we can't do no more surgery on your nose. You've been up under the knife so many times, we can't even change your nose. To the point, Michael Jackson got stuck with the nose that he did not want. They worked on him so much, so many times, he overdid it. To the point there was no cartilage left in his nose, and they told him, if we do one more nose job, if you go anywhere else, you're going to lose your cartilage. And I think that's something you need in your nose to breathe effectively. So he probably had breathing problems because of all that surgery. God bless her soul. Kanye West's mother, Donda West, was already in her 50s and was going up under the knife. For what? I don't know. At that age, you should kind of be embracing your aging. And I don't know who you're trying to impress at that age where you want to get all his work done, but no disrespect to his mom. But at that age, that with all the health problems she had, that's what took up out of here. Took her away from her son, took her away from the grandbabies that she would have had, which she would have got to know and love. And I'm sure she would have been an awesome grandmother because she was a great mother to Kanye. But insecurities and being in a spotlight, being in a spotlight, um, that pressure of being Kanye West's mother. So this thing trying to change, trying to do my thing now. My bad, y'all. I got like Microsoft was trying to get ready to shut me down so they can do an update. No, I got to extend this till 1 in the morning. Okay, I should be off by then. Yeah, they was getting ready to shut me down, honey. Tomorrow. Okay, yeah. 1 in the morning, I could probably do that. Anyway, so as I was stating, being in the spotlight, being Kanye West's mother, she felt like she needed to look a certain way. And again, money does that. Money would tell you, oh no, your nose too big. You need to get that redone. Money would tell you, you need to get a liposuction. And make it so bad, her life would have been spared if she would have listened to the first surgeon. Donda West's first surgeon told her when, because again, money tells you, you need this. Money tell you, you got to get this, okay? Because her son is a millionaire, she felt like she deserved to get what she wanted. The first surgeon told her, because of all her medical issues, she wanted like 2 different things done. I think she wanted a liposuction and a tummy tuck. She wanted like 2 different type of procedures, y'all. The first surgeon denied her. And thank God that man wasn't greedy and about money, because he told her, no, I'm not doing it. You want me to do 2 different surgeries, and because of your health, your health issues that I see on file, I'm not taking that chance. Now, the greedy surgeon, the next one she went to, he debunked all of that, and he tried to do 2 at one time. It took a toll on her body, and it took up out of here. She suffered. She could barely breathe. And it's sad because that video, you can find it anywhere to this day, where you hear her best friend calling whoever was with her when she was getting surgery done. I can't remember if it was after she did it. I think it was after she did the surgery, not while she was in process, because I think she would have been in the hospital had it happened there. I think it happened after. And her body rejected what was done to it based on the surgery. Her body rejected the surgery. Put it this way, the health issues within her body was not agreeing with the surgical procedures. The first surgeon told her no. But money and stardom told her, oh no, I'm going to get this done. If you're not going to do it, I'm going to pay somebody else to do it. Same thing with Michael Jackson. That man let Michael Jackson push him in to keep giving him that morphine or whatever, because he didn't want to lose his paycheck. Because let's face it, these celebrities are very demanding now. And if you're not strong and you want to keep your physician license and you want to keep a good reputation, you'll turn their ass down and be like, I don't care if you pay me 50,000, I don't want it. But let's be honest. Money talks, bullshit walks. A lot of these surgeons, they will take a chance, and if they ain't smart, they need to have them sign. And I think that's what happened. I think that's why Kanye wasn't able to sue the surgeon. I don't know, don't quote me exactly, but I did not hear anything about the surgeon getting sued. If you're smart, if you're gonna go there, you're gonna cover your balls and have them sign off 20 damn papers, and you better send a copy to the damn president, because they family coming strong. When people lose a loved one, they want to blame everybody else, and in some cases, loved ones, they made that decision. But see, the loved one is not here to say, don't sue this man, don't sue this practitioner. I chose this. He tried to talk me out of doing it. Loved ones, they want answers, and they'll sue any and everybody. They don't care. People losing their license and stuff, trying to please and appease to a celebrity that's goddamn demanding, who don't want to take no for an answer. They pull out their checkbook. Or they'll talk shit on you. Oh, don't mess with this surgeon over here, because when I tried to get him to do so and so, he denied me and turned me down because I'm black. Or he turned me down. People just messy, honey. But anyway, yeah, that took her out of here. It took her out of here. So you have a lot of these women, again, they getting all the surgery done, and what they're fighting. And I'm gonna tell you, it ain't just celebrity women. I know women myself personally from around the way. At the old job when I did corrections, I knew women who was working a lot of overtime hours just to get surgery done. I know women who was girlfriends of mine who done made payments on their booty, like you making payments on a Toyota Camry, okay? Only to find out that after they done got all this work done, they still having the same problems with men that they've been having. Men are fixated on looks, but not like we think. A reason why a lot of women who go through all the surgery and stuff, they still find out the hard way that they can't land a dream man they want. They can't land the marriage proposals they want. They go through all of this thinking that once I change all my looks, in some instances you do get more attention. In some instances you may draw certain men that you didn't draw before. But in most cases, these women still get the same men that they've been getting, still getting cheated on, lied to, shit on, all of that, because looks do not change a man's character. Okay? If he thinks you're a good woman, he's going to treat you like a good woman. If he still feels like you're not worthy of his love and time and attention, it don't matter how much surgery you get, he's still not going to give you that. Not to mention, some of these women get very more arrogant and full of themselves once they get surgery, to where they start smelling themselves, where they turning their nose up at certain men that they would give the time of day before they had their surgery. Before you went from, Brenda to Brittany, when you were just basic Brenda or basic Becky, you wouldn't pay none of these guys. You'd be glad for these guys to give you attention. When you was basic Becky and basic Brenda with the big nose and the fat cheeks, you'd be glad for a man to give you attention. Now that you done got surgery, you automatically feel the sense of entitlement and sense of superiority, like you supposed to get an NBA player. See, your mindset and your attitude and the kind of spirit you carry still will make certain men still not find you attractive. I know women who had got surgery done and was way more snootier, got more stuck up, got more pickier. I'm like, girl, if a man was working at a hot dog stand, you would be glad for him to give you attention. Now all of a sudden, because you had all the surgery done, you so uppity, you got all these standards, and you want you an NFL, NBA CEO. All these men I got alphabets somewhere in their career. NFL, NBA, CEO, all this and that. Man, you want a man with 3-letter alphabets somewhere. Yeah, he was attracted to you when he first saw you, but once you open your mouth, and he see you still just as ratchet as you were before you got the surgery, it's a turnoff. And what a lot of men are now starting to discover is that most attractive women are very full of themselves. Women who go to this extreme of getting themselves bleached, botched, and booty jobs, they got the big head. They not humble. They not polite. They don't know how to hold a conversation with a man without acting like a goddamn airhead. It's like some of these women, once they get that booty injection, I think the pores leaking going to their brain where they start talking reckless. They disrespect other women. Women who get surgery, they looking down and talk about other women's looks who still got their natural, who still never got surgery. I'm not trying to be funny, but if you had got surgery done, you don't need to be sitting up here critiquing a woman for her looks, criticizing her looks, unless you did it the healthy way. You went to the gym, you naturally changed yourself. You don't need to be making a mockery out of other women who don't have the money you have to change the things they change, or women who are going about it the long way and doing it naturally by eating healthy, exercising. One who's eating healthy and exercising, it may take her a good 2-3 years to get right when you went up under the knife and got it done overnight. It amazes me. You have women like Nene Leakes and Phaedra Park. These women would sit up here and criticize natural women who can't afford to pay the surgeons like they did. Or let me tell you something. This is the reason why a lot of men too are also slandering us for our looks, because these women go and get the surgery done. And let's face it, some of these women ain't honest. They'll sit up here and lie and tell some of these dumb men who don't know. A lot of these women be getting their looks altered. Some men are catching on more now, but you got a few dummies out here who believe these women been beautiful all their lives. So when it come to us natural women, they looking down on us, looking at our fupa, looking at our stretch marks, and making a mockery. You got these road maps on your legs because you got varicose veins. Women who have done extensive metamorphic surgery, they have programmed a lot of men to be delusional, to think that all women are supposed to look like that all women come like that. And I guarantee the majority of women who are overweight or got these faults and flaws, if they could afford the surgery that these women have done, all women to be around here looking perfect. And you damn near almost can't tell the difference because everybody looks alike. If you look at the thumbnail, Carly Red and Nene, they both got the same looks. Where they stand out at? If you look at all 40s women, all of them are bleached. They look like mannequins. And the truth is, a lot of them are just like mannequins. Like a real mannequin don't have a brain. All of them ain't got no brain. I'm a woman, and when I listen to them talk, I can sense the airheadedness when they speak. Carly Red, you can hear all the immaturity when she conversates or communicates. Phaedra Parks, she has her dodo bird moments. Nene Leakes, she has had her remedial moments. And Pepper, I've noticed in some of her interviews, she could be pretty childish. Just because a woman is 40 and over, that don't mean she's mature. She could be just as childish as a woman in her 20s. Surgery makes a lot of these women believe that once they start looking a certain way, they can go out there and just get any man they want. Men are going to fall to their feet. They think they're going to build more confidence, only to go through all of this to find out you're still getting the same, you're still attracting the same dudes, you're still getting dudes cheat on you, you're still getting dudes lying to you. You did not get that dream man to propose to you and get down on one knee. A lot of these women go through all of these changes and still come out on the short end of the stick. And you got other women who haven't gone through near as much and still, are with their husbands, still, look good, still getting compliments and stuff. So it's just this metamorphic trend that's going on in the celebrity world amongst white women, black women. I know, let's see. Surgery. You have a lot of women of all colors who have gotten surgery done, injectables. I remember, I think, is it Versace? Versace, I know it's got designer. Oh yeah, 𝓜𝓸𝓬𝓱𝓪'𝓼 looks terrible. Terrible, terrible, terrible. All that surgery. Too much money makes you change stuff. 𝓜𝓸𝓬𝓱𝓪'𝓼 looks terrible. She looked very pretty in her 70s, in the 80s, but somewhere along the line, too much surgery, and she started looking like a hot ass mess. One of the and men have gotten it too. Kenny Rogers, you got a lot of these men who have gotten surgery done. Joan Rivers, I mentioned Michael Jackson already. Jocelyn Wildenstein. Now she's what they was calling Catwoman. She is definitely the poster child for plastic surgery going wrong, honey. She done had everything done. Her brow lift, facelift, lip plumping injections, chin augmentation, fat grafting, cheek implants, upper and lower eyelid surgery, canthopexy, a procedure that elevates the eyes to give them a cat-like appearance. She looks just, oh my gosh. I could imagine what these women look like with their clothes off, when men see them up close and personal, because these magazine covers, they can Photoshop stuff. But when these men are personally interacting with these women that had all the surgery done, at dinner parties, at NBA, NFL after parties, and all that, they get to see up close and personal how bad it looks. And you wonder why a lot of these women are single and still by themselves. It looks worse up close and personal when these men got to look them directly in their face and see all the imperfections that we don't get to see because the magazine covers and the filters and the iPhones and the Android phones, shades them out. I mentioned Heidi Klum, Jennifer Grey, a lot of people, a lot of men too, have had surgeries done. Carrot Top, and he looks terrible. I remember him from MTV. Priscilla Presley, she's, believe it or not, her surgery does not look too bad, but you can still, if you up close and personal and in her face, you can still see the aging. And like I said, it's bad enough surgery. These women are also getting bleached. They're getting bleached. They're getting their skin lightened. They don't embrace their dark skin anymore. Um, they don't embrace their brown skin anymore. They want to lighten it. I mean, some of these sisters have had probably color complex issues where men, um, you know, eh, sometimes, men could be pretty cruel, harsh. Some men will tell you, I'm more into light skinned women, or I'm more into brown skinned women. You'll be surprised. But again, when you in that stardom, it's hard because there's so much competition. You got younger women coming up in the industry. It's not, and these men have so many choices. It's like 10 women to every one man. Especially in the industry. The industry is just one big circle. A lot of them have already been with each other. You know what I mean? So, and you have the A plus, like I said, Nicki Minaj has had multiple surgeries done to her butt, her face, even though she won't acknowledge it. We've seen her change. We've seen the Nicki Minaj when she was young, before the money got big, and when she just started taking off. Now that she has taken off, um, we've seen all the metamorphoses. I mean, she has enough plastic to make her own damn Tupperware party. And it's no disrespect to her, but it is what it is. Um, and you have a lot of these women who they get all the surgery, of course, to keep themselves marketed. It's a part of their brand. Um, as a celebrity, you get too old. People are not checking for your music. People are not checking. Um, your stardom starts to decrease when you're not that same hot city girl that first came out in the 70s and 80s, like Lil Kim. Lil Kim was like the it factor. And over time, she kept getting more and more and more and more surgery. And then she did say a lot of her surgery had to do with how Notorious Big made her feel. Sometimes one man can make you feel like stir fried shit. Women talk a lot of game, but and act like they're so strong, but sometimes it takes that one guy who you really, really like, who you never thought you would fall in love with. They can really tear you down if you're not careful. You can fall so in love with them to the point you want to appease them so bad that you're willing to, um, put yourself out there on a limb. You know what I mean? So, anyway, it's just very sad to see these women make these extreme changes and only to find out that they lucky men has not gotten any better. Um, the marketing scene has not increased. They still not getting dudes checking for them. They still not getting no more numbers asked. Or if there is a gentleman or two that reaches out to them, it's just game. Because again, sometimes these women, their looks don't match up with their intelligence. They can look intelligent and look beautiful, but when these men sit down and have a conversation with them over coffee, some of these women are dingbirds. They are dodo birds. They pigeons. And I'm saying that respectfully. All of us as women, you got a girlfriend that's pretty, but she cannot hold a 5-minute conversation with an intelligent man to save her life. We all know a female like that. Helen, if you don't know a woman like that, that's probably because it's you. Anyway, I'm going to shut it down, y'all. Ladies, leave y'all opinion below. Let me know what y'all think about this metamorphics. These women that are transforming like they damn Power Rangers, only to find out they still getting cheated on. Ain't nobody still ain't put a ring on it. Nobody still ain't committing to them. They ex-husbands are still moving on with women younger, prettier, more attractive. What's y'all opinion on this? I would like to know. Ladies, please don't forget to like, share, subscribe the video. If you would like to donate to my movement, you want to help me out just a little bit, I don't care if it's $2. $ DYOMND girl, that's Diamond Girl, for Cash App, or you can super chat me. However, I totally appreciate it. If you cannot donate, please just share, like the video, bring more subscribers, invite some more ladies over here, y'all. That'd be awesome as well. For those of you who are interested, I also sell tumblers. So if you would like for me to make a tumbler for your husband, for his favorite, I know it's football season, NFL team, please leave a comment below. I'll give you the information. My tumblers are $22 each. I also sell hair oil, homemade hair oil for women that are dealing with hair follicle issues. And last but not least, I also sell cable, 9,000 channels a month, live stream, only $25 a month. If you have an Amazon Fire Stick, I would be more than glad and delighted to look out for you on that. So anyway, ladies, I'm going to go ahead and shut it down. It's your girl, your diva and knowledge lady Mocha, representing Mocha's Ladies Lounge. Y'all take care. Until next time, be blessed.